Hi, my name is Trevi.
And I'm Kate.
And welcome back to our podcast called 6 Feet Above. Oh,
yes.
There is a spark in the air today.
Wait, do I have anything in my teeth?
No, do I?
Fuck. Oh.
What I was going to say is I feel an energy. I feel a spark. I think we're very on brand today. Like, your animal printed out.
Right.
I'm business chic. Like, this is 6FA in a nutshell. It's me and you on the fucking couch.
It really is.
And we just nailed that damn intro. So.
We did. And like, honestly, I've gotten DMs from people being like, it's actually insane how much you wear cheetah print. You should try these neutral colors. And to that I say, you should try shutting the fuck up because I'm going to wear what I want. And so I really leaned into that today because I was like, this makes me feel vibrant and it talks for me. So I'm going to be silent.
This is the silent episode, guys.
Right.
I would actually kill if we just had like a ginormous bowl of cereal and like me and you just sat here in the microphone just
eating it. They would love to hear me.
They would love to hear me eat.
Yeah.
They actually really love to hear me eat. And then we just like, we could even not even have microphones. And we just sit there, look at the camera and eat cereal and just silent for 1 hour.
And Cookie Crisps.
Because I never got that in my childhood, God forbid.
Really not?
Almond Mom. Well, hold on. Not Almond Mom is crazy, but I did grow up with like a very healthy mother. Like my mother's been in exercise and like that whole industry.
She's not going to give you a bowl of cookies in the morning.
Like maybe not even at night.
Right.
If they weren't made with flaxseed. Like
flaxseed.
No, don't get me started on like flaxseed gate.
Yeah.
And
quinoa. Which is so bad for the environment, mind you.
Nobody talks about it. It takes a lot of like processing, I bet. It is pretty good though, but you know, let's be a little ethical here. Yeah, no, Almond Mom was crazy. I just think she was very health conscious and that's why I turned out so beautiful and not trans and not an alcoholic.
Right, here we are.
But yeah, I think those people that said that about your outfit have literally nothing or have literally no knowledge of branding. Like, you are marketing yourself who you are, like with a consistent image. Do you think if Chappell Roan never came out in like white makeup and like insane blush and like curly orange hair every single fucking time, people would, or like Ice Spice with her curly orange hair, like you're consistent branding.
Well, okay, I never even thought of that.
Yeah,
it's kind of true.
Remaining image, or you're retaining an image, like a consistent image. I think it works as long as the cheetahs are different each time.
Yeah, and as long as it's not real cheetah.
Well, yeah, no.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Feta.
Cheese.
Okay.
Wait, actually, can we talk about something?
Yeah.
So I just noticed you have a little scratch on your arm right there. I have one on my neck. What happened to us last night?
Wait.
Do you know what that's from?
No. Are you?
Because I don't know what
What? No, I never know where like the bruises or the scratches are from. They just show up.
We should look into that.
Probably in our sleep. It happens.
Well, I know, and it's like I have a cat, right?
Oh, then that explains it.
Well, I don't think my cat's going for the jugular unless he hates me. Like this right here for the video watchers, it's covered. Do you see it under the? I woke up this morning, and you know what? The first thing I thought of it when I looked in the mirror when I saw the scratch was that one comment from that person that goes, you know, you're talking about all this new age spirituality stuff. You're opening up a gate to Satan.
Oh my gosh! Wait, did someone comment that?
Yeah, girl, it gagged me.
Wait, we're not like worshiping Satan. We were literally just talking about. No, I rebuke that.
I rebuke that as well. And like, I really don't think that my cat went for the jugular. Also, like, you guys know, like when you get your nails done sharp and then like after like, I'm at the 2-week mark with my nails right now. Even if they're sharp, they dull out.
Yeah.
So they're not doing that to me right now. Like that's not, so I really just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either where the scratches come from. I'll say like...
Pray for us, guys.
Just pray for us in the meantime. I don't know. I think we're on the move and like we're going to get busted up and that's going to be fine.
Hello. Guys, if you are on YouTube and you're driving or trying to fall asleep, we have an audio version. It is in the description. And once you're over on the audio platforms, please be sure to rate our podcast 5 stars because it helps push our audio version out algorithmically. We talked about this briefly on the Patreon. We really wanted to talk about it last week's episode, but we totally forgot to in the main. Let's talk about dreams, baby.
And it's so crazy that we're talking about this because I used to have, when I was a wee young lassie, I used to have this rule where I was like, do not tell me your dream unless I'm in it or I have a crush on you and like we made out in the dream. I was like,
Right.
I don't fucking care. This isn't real. It doesn't like shut up. I like when someone would like set the scene, they're like, okay, so I was here and I was like, it didn't happen. But
Right.
now that I've grown,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, wait, dreams?
Is this play about us?
They're not just dreams.
It's subconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something I've been urging Trevi to do
Oh,
is every morning, every morning, I consciously make the effort to remember my dream because it can come back to me before I like touch my phone or anything because it's not like you like black out, you know, like you can actually get the memories back. Right. Same. So have you been doing that?
Comedic timing. Right. Same. No, but I did think about it this morning.
Okay.
I didn't remember anything because I just don't remember what I dreamed.
You got to congeal for a while.
So this morning I woke up, obviously looked at my phone like you told me not to do.
Right.
And I woke up to a bunch of text messages and calls and emails that stressed me the fuck out and pissed me the fuck off. And the first thought after I read all of them was, you know, maybe I should have listened to Kate before looking at my phone because I literally I didn't sleep that well last night, but I am really easy at snapping out of that, forcing myself to get up, going to sit in the living room with my Celsius and just kind of just come back to life, Trevi. Mm-hmm. And I literally, before I even got out of bed, going through my phone and reading all these messages, the first thing I thought of was I really should have listened to that because that now kind of set the tone for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, as we know,
you can still get out of the way.
As we're bad bitches, we can snap out of shit. But my God,
the phone is some actual bullshit, and I really implore everyone to just try to remember your dream before you even look on your phone. Try to meditate, dare I say.
Dare.
And do not disturb on the phone, obviously. You do that at night.
I don't.
Okay, we got to do that. Because then when you click your phone in the morning, you don't see any notifs, so then you're not encouraged to go through it.
It's a gamble though, because it's one of my favorite things.
Duh, it's the best.
And then waking you're up to notice from someone you're talking to,
or you're wanting a notif from a guy you're talking to, and then you don't get it.
Right,
and you go, oh, okay, great.
So that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is definitely a gamble. I should though, because remember how I talk about on here that I like to sleep with things on a sleep timer, so music or a show.
Yeah.
Because if it's continuously playing in the background, it could disrupt your sleep. Even if you are asleep, it could keep you in that state above deep sleep.
Yeah.
Just because your brain hears it, so it keeps itself on. What if maybe that happens when I don't have do not disturb on? My phone buzzes and kind of sets me out. Do you know what I'm saying? If my phone is dinging throughout the night.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of an equivalent of having the TV on? In a way.
I don't think it's good.
Nothing's good. About these damn
Nothing's
phones.
good at all. These damn phones.
I'm just saying interruptions while you're sleeping.
Yeah, no, it's
is
bad.
never good.
Yeah.
I started to try to sleep with the AC off again. Just woke up sweating.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do that. I like it chile.
Yeah. Oh my God, wait, I have major tea for you, but we should stick on dreams for just 2 seconds.
Okay.
But it's back knee. We'll get into it.
Oh my God, I went to the derm today.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I showed him my back knee and he was like, this isn't even bad.
Wait, derm is literally dream just without the A and scrambled a bit.
Whoa.
So, guys, we're going to talk about skin now. No,
yeah. What's happening?
Wait, okay, I want to move into the derm and the back knee of it all in 2 seconds.
We need to stay focused.
We need to stay on track. But I remember when I first got sobs, this recurring thing with most sober people that when you first get sober within the first year, you have these insane relapse dreams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Scary.
And I got them. I don't even want to say worse than any girl in the sober living, but I had them every night. And it was such a shameful feeling every time I had a relapse dream because it was because this most recent time, same with you, obviously, it's it was our decision to get sober. So, when I'm perceiving the dream while I'm dreaming it, I'm almost watching it through a TV screen of you dumb bitch, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
And then I really feel like I did it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then I wake up and I'm first of all,
yeah.
I'm relieved as I wake up in a sober living, you know. I was waking up in a sober living, literally. Yeah. And to some people that could be a nightmare, but I woke up being so grateful that these were just nightmares. But it was happening every single fucking night for actually a year.
That's horrible.
And
that's horrible.
I remember and I'm no doctor. I'll say the medication, but like I'm no doctor and I'm not recommending this to you. But what I'm gonna say, what helped me, is I remember like you guys set me up with like like an addiction psychiatrist out in New York City, and you're like, just talk to this girl, like maybe we'll figure out like get to like the bottom of like your nightmares, but because they just kept happening.
Yeah.
And she ended up putting me on this medication that I took before bed called Prozozin.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that when I would take that? And I think it was like technically like a blood pressure medication, but it like worked as like blocking adrenaline to be released while you sleep. So even if you're experiencing a bad dream, you don't get that like scared feeling.
Yeah.
So it just passes. So I remember like the second, I think it takes like a couple of days, but like the second or third night I took it, I was just like waking up so blissful. And I remember that medication that year saved my fucking life. Like, because it's like, how do you like, you could do so much therapy in the world to like stop yourself from having these relapse dreams, but I feel like ultimately it's just something that's going to pass with time.
Yeah.
And it did. I'm obviously not on the medication anymore. I don't have relapse dreams anymore. I just relapse.
They're rare.
Oh.
Right. It's real life. Yeah, no, I would always, anytime I have a relapse dream, I like think the next morning, I'm like, okay, how am I going to lie to everyone? That's always my first thought.
Realize,
Isn't that
relapse.
so bad? I'm like, oh my God. And also, there have been times where I'm like,
how am I going to lie to everyone? It's
no,
so
how am I
addiction
going to lie?
coded.
Literally.
It's so addiction coded.
Literally. Or like, I swear this podcast, I haven't wanted a relapse, but anytime it like tweaks into my head, I'm like, I literally can't.
I literally, Kate,
how am I going to do this podcast if I'm drinking?
Kate, I literally had this thought.
Oh my God.
I have this thought probably once every 3 months.
Okay, thank God I'm not alone.
No. And you know, if I actually wanted to relapse, I'd like legit call you and I'd like actually tell all of you.
Right.
And if I did ever, obviously not going with, but like if I were to relapse, I feel like the first thing I would do is like, dare I say, save it for the pod.
Yeah, stop. But what scares me about you is like if you relapse, like I don't think you'd be
at the pod.
Yeah, no, like you wouldn't be like, oh, I just like did it. Like, girl, you'd be MIA.
Girl,
I'd be able to come back.
Fuck you. No, I actually hold on. Remember I think we had this conversation though that like
that was crazy.
No, I loved it. It was so true though. It was true.
Because
we're different types.
Yeah, but also like, what do I know?
Oh. And they say it comes back 10 times worse every time.
Thank God.
But you know what? The thing about like the longer you're sober, I feel like people who jump back into relapses are actually like low key. And like this is, by the way, let me preface this. This is with just like what I've experienced with people relapsing and my previous relapses. But like you're low key fine for a couple of weeks.
After you relapse?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like, whatever, I'm back on the saddle. But then like depression sinks in.
Yeah.
You're just like, I did this thing, which is like not shameful. But
totally.
I just like, that first year was so bad. I'm not doing it again. Also, I'm not losing this podcast. So y'all can't get me to drink.
Yeah. But the views.
I mean, girl. Can you imagine though if like one of us relapsed and it was like a 10 out of 10?
Yo, imagine throwing 4 years doing the droin for a 10 of 10. For a 10 of 10.
Wait.
We
have nothing to talk about.
I'll take it over an 11 out of 10.
Yeah, at this point. I'll say with dreams, something I've experienced is like there are some people that have dreams that legit tell the future, which is horrifying. Yeah. I like had an experience with this recently where like something happened between me and a friend and like I was withholding information about the situation because I was just like, I don't feel like telling her, and she like had a dream about it and told me about it.
Wait, that's crazy. That's so nuts. I've literally like, have you ever had a recurring dream?
I feel like I think I do, but it turns out it just happened once and then I just think about it a lot.
And then it becomes a dream because of how much you think about it.
Like, honestly, yeah.
Like, honestly, too. I had this recurring dream when I was a kid, right? Let me set the scene. Lake house.
Triggering wording.
What?
Remember, I was like, oh, it's so annoying when everyone's like, let me set the scene and then do a whole dream. But, like, I want you to do it.
Oh. I was going to make it quick, I promise.
No, I want you to
Yeah, so let me just set the scene. I'm, like, in a lake house, right? And it's, like, just the water on, like, a tiny little island. And, like, it's, like, in the middle of a lake, okay? No houses around, nothing. And I remember it being like this super nice, like decorated house, almost with like vineyards on the outside. And it was very like nature coded. And like there was always like, this is in my dream, there was always like fruit, like a bunch of fruit on the counter, like
Okay.
oranges, lemons, limes, like circular fruits, so like watermelons, like sphere fruits.
Spherical.
I don't know why. It was maybe telling
Yeah.
something about a circumference. Am I right? And I remember always the same dream would happen, like honestly, 20 times when I was a kid. And maybe for the dream interpreters out there, y'all can let me know about this one. But every time in my dream when I was a kid and I went to go grab one of the fruits, they all would turn into snakes.
What?
Yeah, and they would like, as they would start to like attack me, and then I'd wake up. The like snakes would come out of the fruit. They would like transform into, they would like transform into snakes, and it just happened like over and over again. And it was like the worst. Like I hate snakes, but like
Wait, and that was a reoccurring dream.
a reoccurring dream. Like as a kid, I will remember it to this day. It was 20 years ago, probably, and it's like I will always remember. And am I afraid of snakes because of that dream? Or did I dream that because I'm afraid of snakes? And that's the real question.
No, you got to do a free association with that. So it's like, oh, spherical fruit. Maybe it's something tropical.
Something about sweet.
Tropical.
I think
sweet.
someone's sweet and they end up being a predator.
So, yeah, I think
Heyo.
someone's sweet, or like a ball. Like
I know that there's like so many different people with so many different types of talents and careers in the 6FA audience. So if you've ever heard of someone, because isn't there like people have like these dreams of like their teeth falling out, and it means that like
I had a dream about that the other day.
it means something. It means something like actual tea.
It means like everything means like, whoa, talking's legit crazy.
Remix.
Everything means like change and growth, I fear.
Yeah, but teeth don't grow back. That's true.
Or something
actually.
you're like scared, like an anxiety that you're scared of.
Yeah, I've definitely had the teeth dream. It's not a reoccurring one for me, but I think it's something actually quite powerful.
Can I say something?
No. Yes.
I'm not going to say it.
Wait,
I
no.
keep having well, obviously I'm going to say it. I keep having dreams that I'm intimate with women.
You really do?
Yes. Like continuous. And it
That's
started on
amazing.
Pride. I'm not kidding.
Are you
I'm like legit not
cut the cameras?
I'm
I'm dead
legit
ass.
not trying to be funny. Like I've had like 3 since Pride.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what they
So
say.
can y'all riddle me that?
You know what they say about 3, right? It's the magic number.
Rule of 3s.
Hey, rule of thumb.
Hey. So I don't really know what that means.
I do. I mean, your body physically aligned with the astrology of Pride.
But like actually.
Munch munch.
Well, guys, we're figuring it out day by day, honestly. But
Well, I want to. Can I hear? I mean, you don't have to like talk about like the details of like, you know, everything. But
Yeah.
like, why do you think? Do you think you feel more accepted right now? Maybe your brain's allowing you to explore these things while you're sleeping. Like,
I don't know, because the last dream I had, which was the other night, was like I was like riding down I was riding a bike.
okay, I'm like that doesn't.
I
Does she
was
have a strap on or?
I was riding a bike down a hill, and this is actually really creepy. I fell off the bike and I like tumbled, and I tumbled right in front of like a grave on the side of the road. You know those like graves on the side of the road?
Oh, like a remembrance.
Yeah.
Like if someone died there,
Yes.
they'll like put like a cross and like pictures and candles and stuff.
That. And then these
Okay.
people came over and started talking to me, and then these other people came and they were like, "We're gonna kidnap you," and they put me in this like room with a pool in it, and then there was a lady in there, and I was like, might
Let's
as
get-
well. Like,
So you
now-
just got. It was like Stockholm syndrome.
I don't
Is
know.
that-
Like,
that's what they call that, right? When you get like fall in love with your captor.
yeah, but she wasn't my captor. She was just there.
Yeah,
I think
but-
she was kidnapped too.
Oh,
Girl,
that's giving like jail
it's giving
jail
closet.
cell like.
Yeah. No,
love.
like that's like legit closet.
Oh, do you think that could be like
I don't know.
you could like take that apart as like you see
Some
yourself?
free assoc.
Hmm.
Guys, I don't know what's
Well,
going
I mean,
on.
you know what? I'm happy it's Pride Month still.
Okay, because
you know
I'm allowed to have these dreams during Pride,
Yeah,
and no
you
one can
are.
say anything about it.
What is it? The second, third week of June, and it's like
That's when it's most potent. The Pride.
that's when you're really in it.
yeah.
You're
So,
like in it to win it.
yeah. So
Actually.
honestly, it's weird that you're not having these dreams when you think about it.
I went to
I'm the
Pride.
normal one.
Oh.
Okay, wait.
I
how
did
was
go to
it?
Pride. Pride was well. I remember in the Shannon episode, I was talking about my fears of like, and this is WeHo Pride, not LA Pride.
That is so scary. WeHo Pride, like that crowd must have been
No, girl,
bananas.
so right now, you guys, we're bulk filming these because I'm on a trip right now. I'm gone and away right now. But basically, I think this weekend is LA Pride. like in downtown. And that one's like the parade one. But it's like, I thought it was WeHo. I didn't realize. But then also, remember how we talked about how West Hollywood is its own city?
Yeah.
Separate from Los Angeles. Like, it's in the Los Angeles County. I don't know how the fuck that works, but I'm not going to that one. I went to WeHo Pride. It was lovely. I saw Lizzo perform. I saw Kim Petras perform. I saw, oh my God, there was someone else I saw perform. There was a bunch of great people on the lineup. All the bars are open, lines are wrapped around, and then it's like this music festival in the middle of fucking Santa Monica Boulevard. Gorgeous that they're able to do that. I'm so happy I was a part of it and worked with them on it. But like going there and like living it was so amazing, and the performances were amazing. But like obviously what I was saying, like we talked about with Shannon, like my brain just tends to go to right now, like within society and politics and everything. I'm like, I'm just so scared of
it's so scary. Yeah.
I'm just scared of like, obviously they did their big one with security and, you know, shit like that. But I still just get to that, like, here's a bunch of LGBT people in one space.
Right.
And it's back to that Gaga concert thing that I said. It's like, there are hateful people in the fucking world, but I'm
and they're activated right now.
So activated.
And they're like, oh wait, hell yeah. Like, everyone's doing this. Let's do it. We're cutting all this funding. All that shit about the HIV prevention. They're cutting all that. It's so... And apparently it's like, if it goes through, it's like HIV... Cases of HIV are going to spike by like 40%.
Yeah.
What?
No. Yeah. And that's not even an LGBT thing. Like, it is...
That was like, both sides agreed.
That's a human rights thing.
Right. Both sides, I feel like, we're always like, yeah, we're down to prevent this disease.
Yeah, not kidding. Like, yes, it is like it's a dominant thing within the LGBT community, but like, let's not forget, like, straight people get it all the time.
Straight people get it too.
Cis women get it all the time. Like, every single type of person can get this. So it's like, this isn't like some fucking political, like, this is a liberal disease. Like, it's not like the way the brains work over there. I'm happy I did it though. I'm happy, like, I showed up for me. I'm happy, like, everything was safe.
What did you do there?
It was a music festival. I went to the music festival. I didn't go to the bars. The bars were too crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I went to like a music after party. It was like a bunch of music people and LGBT. That was cute.
Slime.
Guys, I hate to interrupt you in the middle of this episode, but if you could like this video, comment, subscribe, and ring the little notification bell. I know it sounds like a lot. Literally takes 2 seconds. It helps YouTube push our channel out to more like-minded people like you. We'd really appreciate it. And back to the episode. But yeah, it's been a crazy month.
Mm-hmm. Tis, and it's just the beginning.
My bye queen,
girl. Oh,
are we coming out officially?
I mean, every episode. But you know what I've seen a lot of discourse on this month is bi erasure.
It's a thing.
Because also Fletcher came out with her song, I Kissed a Boy. Or it's called Boy.
Okay.
And she's like, I kissed a boy. That's honestly not how it went. I forget it.
Right.
Low-key, only listened to it once. And everyone's really mad about it. Because they're like, during Pride! And then she's like...
JoJo Siwa also turned straight.
And then she's like, wait, but I'm bi. But... no, she's like, no, she didn't say she's bi. I think she was like, that doesn't erase my queerness.
Yeah, I think,
which is tea.
I think bi people and pan people and queer people in general, like, the whole point is to be like open to all possibilities.
Yeah.
Ultimately, right? Like, I don't think it's like you jump over to one side and like that then prevents you from like meeting someone that you're attracted to that you originally wouldn't be attracted to. Like, I understand why like people who are super close-minded, like LGBT people are like the epitome of open-mindedness.
Yeah.
So like even, and I've said this before, like, but even if like the perfect woman comes into my life and I just unexpectedly fall in love with her, would that erase the fact that like...
Your straightness?
Would that erase my...
Is that what you're saying?
I'm like straight pride.
Straight pride starts now. No, literally.
No, but like I yeah, that was a sentence that I shouldn't have ended. But
did I not say pride is for everyone last week?
No,
that was crazy.
We opened the episode and Kate goes, you know what? Pride's actually for everyone.
Like, and I didn't mean to say that.
No, I think you meant that like everyone can be a part and support as an ally.
You.
Yeah, but you're also bi.
Right.
And we're not erasing that.
What I think is that bi men, they get a lot of flack, and I feel like people are like, I just would never date a bisexual man. And sorry, that literally is biphobic. And I think that people insinuating, I hear a lot of people that insinuate that like a man being bi makes him like less of a man. And that's what we got to stop doing. Because if he's like into you, I don't know, if you're, like you were saying before, if you're like both into each other, why the fuck does it matter?
Yeah.
I never understood that when people are like, I would never date a bi man. I'm like, please, the more for us.
Right. No. The more the merrier. I think I used to even have this own internal thing with that of like, I needed a like purebred straight man, like
Doesn't
never
exist.
At all.
Mind you.
90% of them are taking it up the
Right.
But here's the thing.
Which is still straight.
No. Well,
wait.
I you know I have thoughts on that. But hold on. Remember that one episode I go, well, it's not the straightest thing you've ever done.
Right.
I used to have this like idea that like, because I was just coming into like my womanhood and I wanted to like prove myself that I could like, you know, be someone's like woman. And that's fine. And that's still a very possible thing. But I was super close-minded to like the idea of like bi men or pan men because like they have that fluidity. And I think that like almost turned me off. And maybe that was like a little bit of internalized like phobia for me. And I'll say that right now because I'm a self-aware ass bitch. And I worked on it.
Yeah.
But time has passed and I've become very like in that I don't give a fuck attitude anymore. I'm like, if you like me and you're like treating me like
hot and fun.
Yeah, hot and fun. You are still a man. That doesn't erase the fact that you're a man.
Right.
It actually makes you so much more hot because you know straight men, even if they had an inkling about being with anything else but a cis woman, they would shut down. So it's like, it's such a form of boldness to be like, yeah, I'm like open-minded as hell. Like it's actually hotter and more manly to me.
Mind you.
Not to erase y'all's straightness. I do believe
I'm erasing it.
No, you know what? I am too, low-key. But I guess all I'm saying is that I used to find it to be this thing that was like, I had to have a man a certain way. And I was like, baby, like.
We were all like that. And then we learn. And I think another thing I hear people talk about when it comes to bi men is they're like, well, I'm just scared he's going to cheat with like a man and whatnot. And it's like, that is all a you problem. Like you thinking you're like not enough or that like someone's going to cheat on you. That has nothing to do with a man being bi. That's an insecurity that like you need to work on. There's just so much projection when it comes to the bis.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Please.
I'm going to say something. I had this thought recently, and this also may sound a certain way to some of y'all, and maybe this is something I need to work on, but I'll tell you my reasoning for it. If I was dating a bi man or a pan man or whatever, and I got cheated on by him with a guy, I'd obviously be upset because cheating sucks.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, what the fuck? But then what would be so much worse for me is if I got cheated on and with another trans woman. Because to me, like my brain goes to like, oh, you have like a type. You have like a fetish. You have like a need to like carbon copy what you have, but needed something better than it. Like, I think it would be so much worse for me than like if I got cheated. And no, the dolls, y'all should get laid. Like no tea, no shade.
Yeah, but not with your man.
At all.
Right.
But I think I don't think it's worse because you know, obviously I love my dolls and I love being a doll and yada, yada, yada.
Love the dolls.
Whatever context I need to provide. But like, I think for me, it would rub me the wrong way of like.
Of course.
Oh my God. It's like we have a parallel life experience down to a fucking T.
Yeah.
And I gave you everything and you just go and try to find like. It would just freak me out.
No, of course. I mean, like.
I guess
being
it's
in
a specific scenario.
No, it's like being in a relationship is like something that is just like so pure and vulnerable, and it's like you've dealt with so much bullshit fetishization or however you say it.
Yeah,
so like
no,
already cheating is so traumatic, but that's like another layer of like trauma and betrayal. Like that would be horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm validating.
Thank you. Oh my God, my friend said something to me the other day. And he goes, protect the dolls from the dolls.
Oh,
and you know what?
That you touched on that.
That's the truest thing I honestly might have heard all
That's
year.
kind of a bar.
No, protect the dolls from the dolls. Because I have a couple trans friends.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But I used to have a lot more.
Yeah.
And some of the most toxic friendships I have ever had in my life.
You were saying it was like super competitive.
Yes,
right?
but not even that. It's just so projective too.
Yeah.
Like if projective's the word. I don't know. It is now.
It should be.
But it's like a lot of projection of like your own insecurities onto another trans woman, and it's just like bouncing back. It's ping ponging projection. Like it is just like. So, and I know so many dolls that are friends with so many dolls that they all just like fight all the time. Like not even physically, but like there's always. And let me preface this. I don't think this is with everyone. This might be an LA niche specific thing. But like so many of the dolls fight with each other in this city. Mm-hmm. Protect the dolls from the dolls. Guys, we're going to get in the segment called Offur Chest, where we rant about something negative or rave about something positive that happened to us this motherfucking week. Do you want to start or me?
I'll start. Okay. So I have two things. First of all, like my health insurance sucks, obviously, because like why would it be good? And my dermatologist is like Gen Z. Like he's so young and like low key kind of cute. And I showed up. Yeah, I showed up to the derm today to get my checkup because I get a lot of rashes. For those that don't know, they're not contagious. I literally think, but. I was wearing a puffer jacket, and he was like, "A puffer jacket in this weather is crazy." And I was like, "What is this? What is happening?"
You
like,
have a TikTok.
You're my dermatologist.
You have a TikTok.
Yeah, I was like, "Don't say that." But anyways, the back knee almost gone because he took a picture of it, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then I also, for those that don't know, I get eczema under my tits, and it's
You've
really,
sold us.
like every episode.
I love it.
But it's really going away because I got, not because of the steroid cream these dermatologists are giving me, because OJ hooked me up with this raspberry tea oil.
Here we go.
Of course, I know. She was like, listen, it's going to work. My eczema's going away. Or raspberry leaf oil.
No, I'm sure it's tea, because like tea tree oil clears up acne. So it's
and
like,
I'm
why
like,
would another oil clear up?
Why? What am I paying for this guy to like roast me and then just not do anything? Anyways, no, he's great, whatever. But
he's probably famous on TikTok. And
he probably is famous on TikTok. And I guess another thing is I didn't even realize it, but I've been celibate for 6 months. I didn't even realize it.
Okay,
that's
but
what you get when you focus on yourself.
That is so tea and so true. And
but go on.
I want to know how you feel about that. Is that something you want to like? Do you want to leave celibate spring as we enter sexy summer?
I gotta be honest with you. I have such mixed feelings about it because I'm like, 6 months.
Above. Sorry.
I loved it. You get to a point where you're like, because I haven't met anyone in 6 months. Granted, mind you, I haven't been trying. Like I'm not on the apps, and I like only go to open mics. That's where I see men, and
that's your hint.
I don't want to be them. But I'm like, wait a goddamn minute. Sometimes you think it's been 6 months, and then you go, is this just gonna be my life now?
Yeah.
Which I know it's not, but like, it is kind of crazy when like all your friends are legit and or sucking, and you're like, haven't even hugged a man. So to hear Loki diagnose me, my friend, and he was like,
is he a doctor?
No, but he was like, you're definitely demisexual.
That's where you have to fall in love with the person emotionally.
Not fall in love, but like have an emotional connection with them. And I was like, oh my, like finally it all makes sense. He was like, yeah, like you need to have a connection with them. You can't just like think someone's hot and then be smooch them. I know. Diagnose. No, it's not a bad thing. But it is so true. And some men have tried to take a gal out, but I'm like, I don't like you, so I'm not going to go out with you. And like being sober, I cannot go on a date with a dude unless I know I'm going to have fun, because it like a hangover for like 3 weeks. It's so much, my energy is so deeply depleted, precious. Yeah. Mind you, like I'm a fun time.
I know.
I'm a fun time on a date. I'm a good time. So it's like, I can't just be giving that out willy-nilly.
No. Ever.
And like, and that You think I can just give out? Well, not give out. It sounds like I'm sex shaming. You think I can't just like
throw it back
on a dude. I can't just like, if I can't go on a date with this dude, like I can't throw it back if I don't really like you.
Right.
Are you like that'll set me back years.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm really getting to a point where I'm like it's giving untouchable.
Right.
I'm feeling powerful in the
that's
6
good.
months.
I feel like I'm low-key like a hybrid of that. Like, I would, it's hard though, because for sometimes I can develop emotional feelings because of sex.
Oh, okay.
It could be the opposite for me, but like same, different. It's like eventually emotions come in whether they get there or not.
Oh, of course.
And it hurts. It all hurts very much.
Honestly, I'm like, I've low-key been, it's pretty peaceful out here. I just like have never related to people. And again, I'm not shaming. I honestly, like, there was a period of time where I was really jealous of this when people are like, God, it's been so long. I just want to boink someone. And I'm like, I've never felt that way. Because I've always been like,
Yeah.
I want it once I like you. But if I don't like anyone, I'm not feeling #horny.
That's a great...
And I'm sorry.
That's a great asset
Yeah, no,
to
and I'm not
carry.
ashamed of it.
No, you shouldn't be. And nobody should be ashamed if they want to just throw it back for no
Exactly.
fucking reason.
That's what I want to make clear. If you want to throw it back, but please, for the love of God, because the demis aren't, so someone's got to.
The title of this, Throw It Back Horror Stories.
Throw it back horror stories. So,
I love that.
no one deserves me is the moral of the story.
No, I love that. Okay, my off my chest
Yes.
is... I feel like I have a multitude of off my chest.
And do all of them.
17!
Horror stories.
Horror stories. Throw it back horror stories. Girl. 1 of 10.
Girl.
Anything with the horror stories in a title.
No, because slap on some cargo pants and get to it.
Guys, this is the final time I'm going to interrupt you in this episode, but our Patreon now has 26 FA, like exclusive 6 FA episodes that you've never seen before. So if you can't get enough of us and you want to get more and gag more, patreon.com/6feetabove. We make content exclusively for it, and it helps keep the lights on. So we really appreciate you, as we're a self-funded podcast, and I hope to see you over there. Back to the episode. I went to a dinner event last night.
Saw a picture. I got a lot of questions.
I didn't even know what I was walking into. It was for a luxury watch event. That
David Yurman?
No, they're Urban Jurgens.
You just made that up.
Urban
Jurgens?
Urban Jurgensen. Okay, I think it's a German brand. But apparently, like,
That sounds rich.
they used to be like, they're like a vintage watch brand, I think. Also, they're not paying me to say this. Would love if they did, because I know they have so much money.
Literally. Me getting mad.
Their watches are like minimum 50K.
Shut
I
up.
like didn't realize till I walked there. The dinner.
Jurgens.
No, Jurgens.
Jurgens.
This whole dinner was like $1 million event minimum. It was
Wow.
at the Santa Monica airport, on the airport hangar, like on the tarmac.
What?
Okay, they like transformed this airport hangar
How'd
into
you get there?
they sent a driver. It was no. Like,
That's so
I didn't
urban,
realize.
Rockets.
Like, what? No, that's so urban.
Yeah.
Jurgensen.
Yeah.
And you show up in the airport hangar is like one big like watch, and it's like the exterior, and there's like PR people out there like waiting and welcoming. It was like,
Whoa.
honestly, like great event, great company. Would love to work with them. But the only thing that came into my mind when I got out of that damn car was I'm getting initiated into the Illuminati right now.
Yeah, that's like next level A-list type labubu.
Yeah, no, not kidding. And look at the dinner. It's like circular, almost like a seance. Not of like, but like all the tables were like circled and like wrapped around, like, and the candle.
That's like a horror movie.
And it's all red. No. Like that.
It's too rich.
It was so, no, and that's what it was. It's almost like I didn't feel like I belonged there.
But you look like you do.
Right now,
Yeah.
because I always do my big one for the podcast, but I hear there's a watch event, right?
Yeah.
I go, all right.
You're like Fossil.
Let me throw on some tights and do a quick glam. No, I didn't like Rashida Jones was there. The lead from Gossip Girl was there. I'm like, what?
Wait, who?
The main
lead?
girl.
From
Blair.
the new Gossip?
Yes.
Leighton Meester?
Yes.
Oh my, did you talk to her?
What's her? Let me make sure.
I love Leighton Meester.
They had like budget, like celebs down boots there, and I didn't realize, bro.
Did you know anyone there?
Yeah, I went with let's see. Yeah, Leighton Meester was there.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Wait, who'd you go with?
I went with my friend Zach, who's staying with me right now, and our friend Max. But yeah, I really just like, I don't think any of us really expected what it was, but it was very like, the dinner was great. Like,
What'd they serve?
girl, just like straight up, just like, it was like 5 course, and then just like the entree was just like meat. And it was,
like bloody steak.
but it was, I don't like steak, okay?
Yeah.
That was the best steak I've ever had.
giving Wagyu.
No, that was the best steak I've ever had in my life.
Did they serve
I don't
sushi?
like steak. What?
Did they serve sushi?
No, but they did have a Wagyu crispy rice.
Oh my, that sounds, I mean, I can't even eat that, but that sounds so good.
It was so beyond, because I can't do tuna crispy rice. So I was excited that it was something other than tuna, because #allergic.
I love fancy
But
foods.
yeah, I didn't realize how big of a deal it was. Like some iconic photographer who like shot Madonna and Janet Jackson back in the day was there. She like asked to take my picture, and like I was like, yes. And then I like saw someone tag her on the Instagram, and I was like, 2 million followers and shot for Vogue.
Oh my
Like,
god.
she just shot the Addison Rae cover for like Elle. Like, it's just iconic photographer. I'll send you her thing. It's insane.
But it's like you belong in that room. So like, period.
I do feel like I belong in that room, but I do wish I like knew the scope of things. I wish like my team kind of.
Well, maybe it's good you didn't. You might have been like overthinking. You
I
just
would've-
showed up. You're like, I belong here.
I would have got a spray tan and a blowout. You know me.
Right.
It's the least I could fucking do.
You still looked great.
I had dirty hair and I was ghostly, and I'm like, hey, Leighton Meester, want to do a reboot?
Please.
Yeah. And it's like at that point, I should have just walked outside and hopped on a random plane and gassed it because I did not feel like I belonged there.
Well,
but
you did.
yeah, I did have a lot of people respond to that story of the dinner, and they were like, is this okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm saying.
I was aghast when I saw it.
I was aghast when I saw my name like carved into the the name tag thing. I was like,
No.
this is.
So was it just a dinner or like a talk? What happened?
It was a relaunch of this iconic watch brand that is a German watch brand. Mind you, am I a watch creator? No.
Could be.
Are the watches for men? Absolutely. So many women there.
Well, like, what's the difference between a men's watch and a women's watch? Don't they all look the same?
One has a cock.
Hello.
Hey.
Not y'all gendering watches. That's
know,
crazy.
Don't get me started on gendering the shaving creams and shampoos.
Oh my god, dude wipes. I can't.
Dude wipes wiped me out.
Yeah, I can't.
Like,
Wait, but
I love this conversation. I know we've had it.
We've already had it.
I know we've had it a million times.
I wanted to talk about something else, but go on.
Okay. Well, I have one more off my chest.
Oh yeah, but wait, can I
remember,
just say
yeah,
one thing?
go for it.
Did you see the new Gossip Girl?
The one with Evan in it?
I don't know who Evan is, but yeah,
The bi one?
maybe. But this is not by erasure when I say that sucked. I was so excited. Why was it so? Maybe I'm the only one that thinks this way, but the first Gossip Girl was so iconic, and it didn't even get renewed. What the heck?
What didn't get renewed?
The second Gossip Girl.
I thought you said you didn't like it.
I didn't.
So what? Yeah.
But like maybe other people did.
I don't think they did. I remember seeing discourse that people didn't like it.
I was like, can you give me something?
Give me gossip.
Give me something to glue me eyes to. Anyways, that pissed me off. They should have casted us. That's all I'm gonna say.
They should have.
And would it kill you to cast someone over fucking size 4? Anyways,
Yeah.
continue.
And like, God forbid, like a doll.
Please.
I saw, you know, like the iconic stairs in Gossip Girl?
Stairs.
Like the stairs outside the school.
Oh yeah.
I went to an after party in New York last Fashion Week at the house next door to the iconic stairs. So they took me like to this. I've never saw the show, so I have a picture of it on my phone.
You've never
now.
seen Gossip Girl?
No, I never watched
What?
it. Yeah, I know.
It's so you have to watch it.
I know. Didn't they
You
just put
would
it on
gag.
Netflix? Or didn't they just put it back on Netflix?
I
should
believe
start it.
so. Yeah, yesterday.
But yeah, I like went on the stairs, like, and I have pictures of it on my phone. But it's like I wasn't gagged because like I never saw it. Yeah. I'm about to shoot my first music video in 5 years.
Like, this is, and I feel like it happened so all of a sudden.
All of a sudden. But I'm nervous, is all I gotta say. Like, I know I can
Yeah.
bring it,
Yeah.
and I know I can like serve the face and do the things. And,
Right.
Like, I understand the song and the creative and everything, but like last time I filmed a music video, like I was not sober.
Did you have a broken toe?
Yeah, I broke my toe on set because I wasn't sober. Like I could not remember the dancing because I was just so like my brain was just like not. And I remember I spent so much money on it. I worked so hard on sponsors just for it to be like an ass music video. Maybe you guys liked it, but I literally almost private it once a day, and then I remember how much it cost to make.
Right.
But I don't have room for that anymore, and it's like I'm here 4 years sober. Like I have a story to tell. Like I'm ready to bring it. It's my favorite music I've ever made. Like it's
gonna be so
nervous. So I just feel like there's like a certain pressure because now I feel like I'm fully back mentally and like artistically, and like this is like my first shot back. And it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. It's
gonna be so great. This is such a great gift for yourself as well.
I do think so.
You've been working so hard, and you're like a sober woman of integrity. You got some shit to say, and like you're fully clear-minded in your queen energy. It's like this is the moment to do it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
I know. It's such a weird. This song is so like such a weird play on words because it's called Digital Empathy, but it's like all about. It's a lot of shit that me and you talk about. It's like. You could take it in a way of like people sending you empathy like via online or like people supporting you like through a screen but like not in real life. And then also like you could perceive digital as like fake or like artificial. So like I think of like when I think of like digital empathy, I like think of like the drunk LA girl in a bathroom at Barney's being like, oh my God, babe.
Oh my
like,
God, yeah.
Like that's a digitally empathetic
Wait,
bitch.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So there's so many different definitions you can make of it, but I think like the whole undertone of this song is like making all of your dreams come true, but like still being so alone in like a crowded room.
Yeah. And
like ending up alone at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Even though you can be surrounded by so many people.
Yeah. It's
just a all-encompassing sad song, but it's supported by such a boppy ensemble. So I'm excited for you guys to see. I know. I feel it's so much shit that we talk about on here, just about people in the city and like, you know, just people online. There's just it's such an umbrella term, but some of you bitches are digitally empathetic. And nobody's talking about it.
A lot of y'all are.
You used to work in music videos though, didn't you?
Wow. I mean,
here's
the thing. I was a PA.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever talked about this on here.
Do you
I feel
want
like
to?
Yeah, but
It just reminded me.
I'll just say you're so smart. I'll just say like I PA'd for a little bit, and PAing on a set is like you get the least amount of respect and you're the first one there and the last one to leave. And I'll say 2 things about it.
Tell me.
It's like, I guess, a good experience if you're into it, but I wasn't. I just needed a job. I was PAing for this commercial, and it was a 3-day commercial, and we had to go in like the middle of the desert until like the night, and it was horrible. I was in like legit scuba gear. Like I was in a full like fur coat in the beginning of the day, and then the middle of the day, like bikini at night. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is temperatures up and down up the wazoo. I'm like working like crazy, getting paid like legit $200 for the day, for the full day.
That's crazy.
And I remember the guy that was the director got all the PAs because we were about to go into the desert the next day. And he was like, listen, the desert, you got to be vigilant because it gets really dark at night. And when we're leaving, we could leave you there and you could just be stranded there. And I was like, am I risking my life for $200?
No
what
Ubers.
is going on?
Right.
No, I was like, what is happening? We were all like, wait, what? Like, I don't want to die. And he was just like making it seem like we might get stranded there and die. And I said, this is a crazy way for me to go.
Like the way that like if that actually happened, they'd actually send out an SOS.
Right. I was like hey, so that's actually kind of crazy. But
So weird.
I worked at a music video once, and it was like it was the worst PA job I've ever done. And music videos are notoriously horrible because it's just like,
I mean, they're a lot.
They're a lot, and they try to pack it.
You have to move fast.
And they try to pack it in one day, and like it was just like so much bitch work. And like you watch a music video for 3 minutes, and you're like, Couldn't have been that hard. The amount of takes for like 2 seconds is insane.
I know.
I was like, can we wrap this up?
Yeah. And it's like the same, because you have to like separate the scenes and like parts of the song.
Yeah.
And it's like you're singing the same like sentence over and over again.
I don't get how you do it. I'm like, how do you not get bored of the song?
As the artist, I love doing it because I just get so excited thinking about like the final product. But for people who work in production, I feel like I could get like...
Especially when you don't care.
It's like it's not you.
Shit. Yeah.
It's like...
It's not my passion. I was like, this sucks and I'm here for 15 hours and I don't even like this artist. Because she was rude.
And I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
Many people have told me the same thing.
Yeah, I was like excited for it, I remember. And then I was like, oh. I remember I was texting you during it.
You were like, I want to...
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
This sucks. But a lot of people on set, like that's their passion, being behind the camera. Yeah. So they were like, this is awesome. And I was like,
totally.
Give me what you got because I don't want to be here right now.
No, but not kidding. All right, you guys, I hope you've enjoyed our gag of an episode because I'm having the actual literal time of my life.
God.
We're going to get into our segment that we now call Gaggy Guidance, where we answer your questions and advice and queries sent into our Instagram at 6feetabovepod. We post over there, but also make sure to follow us on our personals at @KateLav__. 2 underscores?
Yeah, 2 underscores.
Period. And at Trevi Moran, so you can stay up to date. But yeah, Kate, I'll let you take it away with the first question.
Okay. The first question is how to not become a pushover friend. I'd say it just takes time to like develop confidence because I used to deal with like just being like agreeable all the time because I just didn't want any confrontation. But just knowing that like not everyone's going to be your friend, not everyone's going to be your cup of tea, and you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And like, I feel like, I don't know how old this person is, but like later 20s is when I really realized that. I was like, oh, I actually don't have to put up with any of this. And if I feel like I'm being disrespected, I don't have to do like a giant blowout and be like, fuck you. I can just leave the situation and not be friends with the person if it's like continuous disrespect. Yeah. And I can also voice how I feel. So it's just about like building confidence and learning to set boundaries.
1000%. I don't know, when I think of like being a pushover, because I was a pushover with my friends probably in my earlier 20s, but this was also probably partially because I always felt guilty with my alcoholism. Like I always felt like they were always mad at me, so I had to like kind of be submissive to them in a way because I was always fucking up. If that makes any sense.
Makes total sense.
But like, same with you, like entering my mid to, I guess I'm now in my late 20s, which is crazy. Yes. But I think also just, in my mid to late 20s, I'm realizing that like that guilt doesn't exist anymore, has to exist anymore. I said my piece within those friends. I let go of people that don't serve me. I have less of an inkling to like the need to satisfy people. When I think of like a true friendship, I really just think of like a gaggy gag and like calling each other out for like it's just pure honesty. Like I can't see myself being a pushover at this stage in my life. Because I think a lot of friendship is based on like equality and honesty and like just communication and less of like there's I used to feel like I had like this dynamic with a lot of friends where like there was always like a more dominant one. And I don't like that. I like to feel equal with my friends. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think that takes time, and also just like maybe figuring out like the root of that, because I never understood why I was, but figuring out that it was like because I felt guilty all the time was like my tea, and then I fixed that, and then now I'm fine. But everyone's situation is different. I don't know.
I'm obsessed with this one. They go, not advice, but you guys have definitely had a past life together, and it's beautiful to see.
Okay, what do you think we would have been?
Like, that's like, it gagged me because it's true.
No, it is true. I mean, because I don't...
we weren't human. It's you know what it's giving? It's giving...
Arcturian.
Octo,
mom. Yeah.
It's giving coyote and badger, because coyotes are like do like interspecies relationships. and they hunt with other species. Whoa, species.
Tomato.
But like, it's like you were the coyote, I was the badger, and we were like hunting together. Because I feel like we weren't meant. We're so different. Our lives are so different. Like, it really is giving coyote badger. What do you think?
Yeah, but they come together.
They come together.
You know,
for one common purpose.
Destruction, of course.
Right.
Destroying the whole world,
right.
And then, yeah, I could see us being like in a past life, like, because I have intense friendships, but not to the point where they're like, let's move across the coast and start a podcast friendships.
Yeah, no, I can't see.
I don't think I've ever had a friendship
no
like
one
that.
I'd do that with except you.
Also, mind you, like, I feel like the deeper types of friendships are like ones where there's like a silent understanding that like we both have our own lives. Like, remember we were talking about the location thing where like over obsessive friends like have each other's location and like always need to be with each other 24/7. Like, me and you respect our own lives and like when we see each other, it's an absolute gag and it's a resumal. A resumal, is that a word? But it's a resume of where we left off, and it always has been that, and it's never been like, it's just, I feel like there's some like spiritual silent like understanding for each other from like the day I met you, but it's I do want to say it's sisterly. Yeah. Because down to the cheese of it all, like we like it's so sisterly.
It is.
But not like crazy sisterly where it's like rip each other's hair out. But yeah, but then again, I've never had a sister. Dare I say you're the closest I've had.
True.
But maybe that's because in a past life we were twins. 6 feet, funny. Help me. And sober. Well,
no, we had a different vice.
What do you think it was back then? Together? Oh wait.
We were. What are the other vices? I don't even know. I don't think we were drug addicts together.
In a past life? But all I know to be true is it was multiple past lives and not just one.
Definitely.
So
back to back.
B to B.
Blee to blee.
But all I know is that whatever we were doing, we probably had matching cargo pants. We
definitely did.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why that just came to mind, but I could just see as Kim Possible now.
Yeah.
Like just taking over the world.
The cargo pants of it all.
Yeah. Okay, somebody asked, I can't give advice on this because I've never been asked this. How should I respond when people ask me if I'm pregnant and I'm not?
Go to hell. Jeez. That happened to my friend. She just is like, she's pretty confrontational. She's like, no, and I think that's a really inappropriate thing to ask someone, which is true. Like, I simply would never utter the words unless, like, they brought it up first.
Yeah, I think I made that mistake when I was a child, and I remember, like, a lady, like, getting really upset at me in an elevator. I also might have dreamed that. I don't know the difference between dreams and reality.
Right.
Call back.
Hey.
At least the snakes didn't turn into fruit, or the fruits didn't turn into
free
snakes.
association.
Yo, for real. But yeah, I would never in my right mind say that to another person. I just like, if I were her, I would just like confront and be like, what the fuck is your problem? The same thing as you. Like, why the fuck would you ask that? Especially if you're unsure, asking somebody, hey, don't take offense to this, but are you pregnant? I feel
it's
like
giving no offense.
No offense, but hey, you look pregnant. It's hello?
Unbelievable behavior.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Just say no and stare at them and be like, any other questions?
Right.
And then make them uncomfortable because they had the gall to open their fucking flaps.
Yo, for real.
Jeez.
It's like,
makes me sick.
At that point, I feel like normally, like, people don't even ask. Like, I feel like they just go like, oh, congrats. And that's alone.
You're like, on what? My big, beautiful life? Shut up.
So big, so beautiful, so life. So
grateful for that.
I'm so grateful. Should we do one more question?
Yeah. How do I stop feeling embarrassed and embrace the cringe? Is this in a digital empathy setting?
Hey.
Or is this like IRL?
I could see how like it could be like a TikTok posting videos thing.
Yeah, that's what everybody fears. And
yeah, even me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Me.
It's different for everyone. I've noticed a lot since starting comedy because a lot of people like want to build their social medias and they're like, but I'm just so scared.
Right.
And you just gotta remember that like everyone's scared and everyone feels awkward and nobody's gonna remember anything you post.
Right.
And it doesn't fucking matter. Everyone's cringe and then
Then they
damn blow up.
no, everyone's cringe, and then they're
they
fucking. Yeah, because
and the demisexuals are just left here.
Oh.
Right. Not me making that about me.
No,
but
it's kind of everything now.
Right.
But I think you retranslate it in your brain as instead of cringe, it's just camp.
Is.
And like some of the most cringy people in the world, dare I say Addison Rae, is now iconic.
Right. Yeah, people were fucking flaming her.
Yeah,
for her
and it was
TikTok.
cringy, and like I've done cringy shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've done cringy shit
Every
but,
day.
Like, dare I say the moment I wake up.
Not literally the moment I tap my phone.
I mean, like some of the most iconic people in the fucking world were cringe. People started a Facebook group about Lady Gaga when she was in high school called Stephanie Germanotta, You Will Never Be Famous. And there were like
insane.
100 people in the Facebook group.
It's insane.
And now she just did the biggest female show in the past century. And I think it was the biggest female show of all time and the biggest show in the past century. 2.5 million people.
I know that's right.
And people were like spreading hate.
But that's the thing with every fucking, whether like successful or like mostly and famous, they were all cringe and everyone was like, they're so fucking embarrassing. Like I actually can't think of one situation where when you're putting yourself out there in the beginning, people are like, oh Jesus, what is this? And they're just like talking shit and being judgmental. It happens to literally everyone.
Yeah.
You just got to remember, like, also, you got to remember that the people you know, your friends, your family, they're not your audience. They're not your audience.
They're not who you're catering
You're
to.
not posting for them. So it's like, my friends are like, I don't know. They like it and move on. They're not like obsessed with my content, you know? So it's like,
I am.
You're real for that. But, yeah, just remember your audience is, you just gotta be like, no one I know is seeing this, and this is not for my friends or family.
Except if your contacts are connected.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone's seeing it.
From
But,
your contacts. Yeah, of course.
but I've already convinced myself that no one I know sees my stuff.
And I've never actually, you make videos?
No.
Oh, okay.
And that's what's crazy about it.
I'm grateful for that.
Wait, I've been grateful for that.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I am so grateful that we are knocking out a bunch of episodes. I'm grateful that my song is coming out. I've been talking about making music on here since the day we started the podcast.
Yeah,
and it's
that's so cool.
So I'm really excited about that. I'm really scared to film the music video, but I know we're going to slay. I'm grateful I'm here with you and Bree. I'm in Costa Rica right now. But yeah, I'm happy that we are knocking it all out. We're staying consistent.
I am so grateful that you're coming to my monthly show June 22nd and my weekly show every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. in Hollywood. Tickets in description below. So grateful to be here. Grateful we're just like knocking 2 episodes out. Grateful I have a show tonight.
Period.
And grateful for like anyone listening. It's so cool that you're still here.
Yeah, I know. And that they're on the Patreon.
Yep. And I'm grateful you're on the Patreon.
20 episodes over there now. 26 FA episodes.
I want to binge it myself.
Keeping us afloat.
No, literally.
The
keeping
lights
us afloat.
The lights are on.
Yeah.
Because of what you guys do.
I can have
Over on
mediocre health insurance because of you guys.
But yeah, we love you, and we will see you next week.
Love ya.